plain clothes get out and come over to you.
And I will reverse rapidly.
Okay.
Can I do that?
You walk over towards you to tap on the window, and you just reverse away. They look kind of shocked. One of them, his hand goes to here reflexively, and then he stops himself. And they turn and run back toward the car. What do you do? Like, they're in the road. You're gonna have to go off road. Welcome everyone to Removal of Masks. We're playing through the epic campaign Masks of Nyarlathotep, published by Chaosium. Love to see you all back. Quick reminder that I'm legally obligated to give. Any interaction would be greatly appreciated. Hit like, share or subscribe, or drop us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Just remember, no spoilers please. Our investigators are hanging out with Erica Carlyle at the moment, weathering yet another big winter storm in her mansion. She seems to be helpful and quite pleasant, although a little dated in her opinions. Okay, let's go, and I think we'll kick off with some luck rolls. So, go ahead, folks. Hopefully everyone's in roll 20. Let's get some luck rolls. See if anybody's feeling lucky this week. Did we have someone use a chunk of luck last session?
I used so much luck.
Oh yeah, me. Oh, there you go. And yeah, you're still not getting any back. No, good. I mean, that's terrible. I hate to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine is the luckiest person on Earth.
I think I'll have to use that up at some point.
And thankfully, it's not going up at all. You could take a 90 to a success at this point, quite easily. I'm worried to see what you're saving that up for. Luck is a volatile commodity. So it's one you kind of want to use up and get off your shelves so that you get fresh luck back in. Yeah.
I'll be sure to use some this session.
We'll see.
I don't like
the way you've been rolling recently. You probably don't need to.
Hey.
Okay. So anybody want to give us a bit of a rundown of where you guys? Because as I said, we're out in Erica Carlyle's mansion. You have convinced her to be somewhat helpful. You've even convinced her to turn over some of the books and things that she had in, or that Roger Carlyle had in his safe. And now you've all settled down for a night of rest amid the crazy sleet storm that's going on outside. Rattling, pounding of hail against the roof.
Point of honour, your lord.
Yeah.
Your lord, my lord. I don't think we'd quite settled down yet. I was going to make a suggestion before we do. Is it too late?
That's fine. No. You're wrapping up for you were settling down for the evening. Yes, sorry. You haven't even had dinner with Erica yet.
Okay, we're good.
Very good.
I'm panicked.
So, who wants to recap for us? I think I fast forward us to tomorrow morning because I'm not sure I like the sound of Mihal's idea. Okay.
An impromptu mass.
So Loveday has a whole library of notes there. So maybe Loveday can go first.
Just showing off my doodles. I'm sorry, everybody. I was listening. I promise. So we mostly learned about Roger Carlyle's sort of pre-trip state of mind, and then she got us into his safe. So on the pre-trip state of mind, he was having night terrors about something I don't think he told Erica about, and he was having these even before he met Bune, who was Roger's companion who persuaded him to go to Kenya. He would disappear for days at a time with her to Harlem. And Roger described Bunay as queenly, a priestess, and she had secrets he had to have. And then we also learned about some of the other people that Roger went to Kenya with. Erica thought they were all basically just out to get money off him, so she didn't have a very good opinion of any of them. Hypatia Masters, who was Roger's ex, she didn't think was very impressive. She was a good photographer, though. So I am now wondering if there are some photographs of hers we might be able to track down. There was Jack Brady, who I believe someone reputedly saw alive in Hong Kong after the expedition was supposed to have all been killed, but we haven't mentioned that to Erica yet, who was fanatically loyal to Roger. And then there was also Houston, and I haven't written down who he was, but I think he was the psychologist, I think, and his papers are currently interred at the Medical Affairs Bureau, so we might be wanting to try and track those down, but Erica seemed to think we wouldn't have much luck. And then Erica let us into Roger's safe, which is in her library. And interestingly, she has had quite a few break-ins, the biggest of which was right after she got back from Nairobi. Every single time she believes they were going for the library. And that is why she now has such intense security. And what we found inside the safe so far, I presume maybe is all that's in there, are 4 books. So there's the necrotic manuscripts, which are a 15th century quarto in English, which Roger had definitely read. There was the Sélection des livres divans, which is a French book. Amongst the Stones, which was an English book, totally handwritten, a bunch of poems, quite recent, by a chap called Joffrey. And then Life as a God, which is a 19th century book, handwritten, duodecimal, English, small book, and probably made out of human skin. And that's where we were. We left it. I think one of us, Mick, possibly had the creepy skin book, and none of us were really enjoying where it was going.
And in fact, Loveday, to your point, I don't think you'd even... Erica hadn't even closed the safe yet, if I recall. So yes, okay. we stopped as the crazy, thundery, roaring hailstones started bucketing down, and Erica said, "Oh well, don't worry, you can weather out the storm with me." So yes, you're exactly right. That is where we wrapped up. Does anyone else have any other memories or anything else to include from last session? That very comprehensive wrap up from Loveday enough for you guys.
Me?
CC.
I just wanted to add, although Erica did say she was going to get those psychologist files for us, but also the expedition wasn't to Kenya originally.
Sorry, of course.
They went to Egypt.
Egypt, yeah, sorry.
And it was only after they dug up something that they decided to go to Kenya. So
yes,
just keeping that clear. That was a great recap.
Very good.
Thank you. When I do take notes, I do them well. I just never take them.
Okay, very good. Anybody else? Anything else?
I think she covered everything.
Ruby called Lieutenant Poole and updated him on their shooting, but he did not seem extremely interested in it.
Yes, very true.
It's very disappointing, really, but
Yeah.
given that the police have been acting in the city, I'm not surprised.
Useless.
There is one more thing that the keeper was surprised that nobody
the cars that were are surveilling us.
You're stalking.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
surveilling,
Oh.
depending how you
Yes.
see it. Yeah.
Yes.
We got
Yeah.
followed.
We're being followed.
I was having my tech
2 different
troubles
cars.
/ a nap in the back of the car, so I missed that. Sorry.
Hush, hush, we can't tell people. I made it seamless. It seemed like you weren't missing at all. But that episode hasn't aired yet. That's why that's funny. By the time this one airs, that one will have aired, so that won't be funny. Oh, God. Time traveling humor. It's so difficult. Okay. Give me 1 second. I have something here that you guys may find Okay, great, cool. No. Um. So, you are in with Erica. She's closing up she's closing up the safe. There's nothing else in it. Um. And she says, I'm quite happy for you to take them. I find them quite creepy.
Can I ask? Do we want these books in our hands when we've been followed here? Maybe they should stay in the safe overnight or something. Or what do you think?
Do we want to have a
Yes,
quick
we could.
flick through, maybe?
Or if they do,
Is someone already intrigued to start scanning and studying books? Might be a good moment to talk to you guys about the rules for reading books and studying books. Basically, there's two modes of reading. You can skim the book, which takes a much shorter period of time, and you get some knowledge from it, and you get an understanding of what the book's about, and you get, it takes some time off the time to fully read the book. Or you can fully read and in-depth study the book, which generally takes weeks. And fully reading and understanding the book gives you capability to refer back and use the book's Mythos rating, if it's a Mythos book, to maybe get you information about things that you hear about or see or etc. You go, wait, I'm going to sit down with this book and I'm going to go through it. I think there was something in it, and you make a check against the score of the book. But that's only if you've fully read the book. If you've partially read the book, you get an update, you get some information about what's in it, but you don't get to use it as a tome of reference in the same way. Okay. So, question I think on the table is whether or not you want to keep out the books or put them straight back in the safe.
I'm interested in having a quick skim read of the one that is made of skin. That seems interesting.
do we have time now, Guy, to have a look at them? Or
So the key is however long it's going to be. So depending, those books will all take different amounts of time. I think there's one of them you'll definitely be able to read overnight. Give me a second, I'll tell you which one. That's if you kind of stay up and skim it tonight. I wouldn't say no sleep, but if you're willing to kind of let yourself do without a good night's sleep, you could probably get through it pretty quickly. So the narcotic manuscript's not so much. It's huge. It's like that one will take 45 weeks to study. It's probably going to take the guts of a week or two to skim that one. The Sélection de livres divans, if you speak French, that one will probably take about a week to skim. Among the Stones would take you a few hours if you wanted to skim through it tonight. And Life as a God is probably the full night, maybe full night and some of tomorrow or tomorrow night, if you wanted to skim through that one. So the key is for anyone who's going to tackle the larger tomes, the question is, do you want to start right away, or do you want to take Mick's suggestion and get them back in the safe? And if anyone wants to skim the smaller ones and try and get them done over today and tomorrow, are you okay keeping them out and keeping them with you at night? Now, bear in mind that since Erica, there was an attempted burglary, she's got incredibly heavy security now.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get in here so far.
No, exactly.
Maybe this is the best place to read them.
You're thinking put them back in the safe because they will be secure of all
I was
places.
thinking we've been followed here. We know that the same people who want these books have been attacking this place on a regular basis. They've also been attacking us. If we walk out of here with the books, I dare say that we'll become targets pretty damn quick. But I suppose as long as we're in
just
the
so
building,
we're
we'll
on
be
the same
okay.
page. If you're taking them, I'd like you to get them out. As I said, they're sort of creepy, and I feel uncomfortable having them around.
Yeah.
So
No, but that's
take
understood,
them,
Erica.
or
That's understood.
I'll just put them up for auction or something.
I know, Erica, we're just reflecting on the fact that there are people trying to get these and we want to make sure that we
Yeah, of
take them
course.
safely. I'm sure you don't want them to fall into the wrong people's hands.
Depends who are the wrong people. Are we talking? Oh,
Well,
we're
the
back
people have been
to
trying to break into your house.
yeah. I don't. Those people, I'd rather didn't get them. Correct.
I mean, the weather's
Well,
not great
I'm-
here either, is it? So we might be trapped in here for a bit.
So
And it's already
as-
evening, so I doubt we'll be able to read that much before the evening's out.
I, as a player, would love to skim read one of them, but Loveday would not be interested, so I'll have to bow out.
Valentine, you were saying you might want to skim read one of these books.
I was skim reading. Well, I could potentially start, but what else is our plan for the evening? Should we just
Food.
take the books away with us? Don't want to be rude and to be reading during dinner.
Well, I'm happy to put on a dinner for you all. But unfortunately, I have no entertainments on hand or planned. So you'll just have to make do with my scintillating conversation.
Sounds lovely.
Of course.
Thank you, darling. The first time we're in Call of Cthulhu land where you've acquired books, everything goes weird in Call of Cthulhu groups. Usually it's a flurry of no, I want to read it first, and people playing tug of war with the book. I think you guys
They're
are
all
going,
like,
I think that book's
I
going
don't
to
want to
drive
be
me
the one that
mad.
says put them back in the safe, but
Whoever has these books is getting shot.
I think that if I read the book, I'm going to go insane. So actually, maybe someone else lose some sanity points?
I'm happy to read one of the books, but I'm just a bit like, do I just sit here? I don't know what to do with the book. Do I go to a corner and read it?
so
Like,
what we do is we do there'll be a break. So when we come to a point where you're not like in the scene, we go, okay, well, Valentine is off reading, and you read overnight or read into late into the night,
Okay.
and then you get up in the morning, well, etc. It's not like you're gonna play through the experience of reading the book. You'll play through the experience of realizing what's in the book at the end of reading the book. Or I might
Okay.
refer to, if it's taking a week to read, I may every now and again go, so Valentine has dark rings under her eyes in the morning when she comes downstairs, or and then you'll be
Okay.
going, why do I have dark rings? Oh, you're not feeling great. or you could be wonderfully thrilled and energized by the amazing books you're reading. They could be real page turners.
Considering it's made of human skin, I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen, but okay.
Okay,
Am
so
I the only one
jumping
reading? Is anyone?
jumping back into the scene, I think as I said, the question on the table is: are you going to put them back in the safe or not? And everyone is hesitating to express an opinion because either they're worried they're going to get lumbered with reading a book, or they're worried they're going to be the one who says put them back in the safe, and then everyone goes later, oh, what if we had that book?
But Erica doesn't want us to put them back in the safe. She said she'll put them up for auction if we do.
Yeah, fair.
So she wants us to take them.
Tell you what, I'm going to start reading
Yep.
the human skin one, because I think Valentine wants to read one this evening, and the stones one looks like the only one you'd actually get through in a rush. So I'll start reading the human skin one.
And are you going to try and
Life is a god.
start off a full reading, or are you going to do a skim?
I know, just skim it over
Okay,
the next
so
little
that's
while. I
two-
think you said it
two
would take a
days.
full night and more, so
2 days
I'll start
to
flipping idly through it.
could be up to 2 days to fully skim through it. Okay.
Well, would any of you mind if I sat here in the library for the evening with this book then?
Oh, no worries at all.
No.
Great,
Lucky
that's
we.
what I'm going to do now.
Do you know what,
unless I
Vic?
need it
I'll
elsewhere.
join you. I'm intrigued by
Okay.
this necrotic manuscript, and I don't believe that I'll get any night terrors or any of the sort. So I think I'll read this properly. I haven't read a book in a while. Should be fun.
The big one.
Yeah.
The narcotic manuscripts. Okay.
Yes.
Fair play to you. That's
and-
massive.
And Loveday, are you starting off a full reading,
Oh yes.
or are you starting off an initial reading like a skim?
Full read.
Okay. A full read. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 45-week job. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. And yeah, so just double checking, it is in English. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good stuff. Okay. So you're sitting down with the narcotic manuscripts. Mihal is sitting down with Life as God. And is that it? Are the rest?
I feel as though Valentine should take the French one for obvious reasons. So should I take the Amongst the Stone?
Okay, if you want to.
Is-
If everyone's reading, is there anything left? Or is there just the fun?
Lucky you.
But to answer your question, Morven, Florence would have a whole library of books to read. They're just not
Wasn't
The
just
books,
crazy.
so. Well, I think
this
that,
kind of book, occult book.
yes. I think Florence is a little bit nervous about the occult things. So might,
Understandable.
pick off a light comedy or some Oscar Wilde or something, not the stuff of nightmares off of a library bookshelf while everyone else is reading about horrible, horrible things.
Yeah, unless any of you have been hiding that you are actually fluent in French, I suppose I shall give that one a go.
Okie dokie.
I'm intrigued by the skin one though, that seems interesting.
Okay, so I need to make a note of who started all 4 books. There we go. I've tracked what day you started all 4 books, and then it's Loveday is the only one. Sorry, so Sarah, Valentine. Is Valentine going to start immediately into a full reading of Livre Devant, or is she going to do an initial read first? It doesn't make the read take longer. However long the initial read takes comes off the overall reading time. It's just that you get a kind of a summary of what the book is about up front if you do an initial read.
Okay, so if I do an initial read and then want to deep read the whole thing,
It'll take whatever time less. So I think Livre Devant, I said about a week, right, to skim it. So if you do an initial read, it takes a week. That take a week off the full reading time of Livre Devant.
it was a full reading time.
These books are long.
Long.
Yeah, long.
Long.
It is 36 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a... I might start by skimming it for a week then,
Okay.
before I go for a deep read.
Erica says, well, yes, if you want to use the library, you can. Feel free. I will have the lights brought up a little brighter for you, and if you want to come down for dinner, you're welcome. Or I could have food brought to you in the library if you prefer. Miss Harper, will you want to come down and join me for dinner, or are you going to also find a book to read?
I'll come keep you company. I think
Lovely there.
we've got all the books in the safe done, so I'll keep you company.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, so you go down with Erica, Carlyle, and you make small talk and socialize a little, and you are actually quite adept at this kind of social carry on. Maybe not through your skills, maybe not through your credit rating, but more through life experience. So she is pleasantly surprised by your social graces, and you get on quite well. You wouldn't say you and she will ever be, besties or lifelong friends. You do get the impression through some of the questions she asks, she's more angling and fishing for Loveday to be her new bestie. Meanwhile, the rest of you continue with your reading, get to grips with these tomes, do a bit of light skimming, and we will say that some dinner is brought up. You're given a little something to eat, and at various times, and you guys can tell me how late you're going to burn the midnight oil, but at various times you probably trail off to bed. Only one of you, though, is going to get a real update from me right now on the book that they're reading, and that is Amongst the Stones. That is Loveday, I think. You're reading Amongst the Stones, aren't you?
Oh, no, I think that's me.
Sorry.
That's Ruby.
That's Ruby. Okay. So, Ruby, this book of poems, right, is as you're kind of sitting with it and opening it and reading it, the cover begins to disturb you a little bit. Just the tactile sensation of it. It doesn't feel like that soft, smooth, supple kind of leather that the other one had that is very disconcerting. But this one, whatever leather it is that it's bound in, you can feel almost like indentations, as if this leather had scales before they were stripped away.
Okay.
It's like the skin of some beast that just defies maybe snake skin or crocodile or something like that might be the closest you've encountered, but it's different. It doesn't have that kind of the flimsiness of snakeskin or the kind of rugged, almost armor strength of crocodile. It's something in between, something strange, a little bit otherworldly. You're sure that when you work it out what it is, it'll be fine. You'll go, oh, I can't believe I didn't realize. Okay. Several of the verses in this book are strange, maybe a little disturbing, let's say, but it's not going to leave you with any mental scars or anything. There is one particular poem, The Trappings of a Queen, which I'll tell you a little more about in a moment. But first, could you roll 1d3 for me, please? So let's just roll a d6 in roll 20, and we'll divide it by 2.
Three.
Oh, you lose 3 points of sanity, Loveday. Sorry, Ruby.
Loveday.
Yeah, no.
Say, Jesus.
I'm determined. I'm determined to take sanity off.
Transfer insanity.
Ruby just deflecting the damage.
And then you're going to take you gain 1 point of Cthulhu Mythos skill.
Okay. I gain one.
I do hate.
Yes.
Yeah. Wasn't it halving the score that she got because it was a D3 rather than a D6? Because I don't want my friend to
Oh,
go
sorry.
crazy.
You say yes. You said.
Oh, thank you.
You said you got 3, and I had assumed that meant you rolled a 6 or a 5.
I don't know what I had to begin with now. I think it was 64
was
because
3
I
out
thought
of
it was
6.
3, right?
Oh, yeah.
64, right. So, what am I taking away?
You rolled a 2. That leaves you
I'll
2.
go over 2.
Okay. So
Sorry, I hate
that
to be that
means...
player, but that's my best friend.
No, you're dead right.
I
Perfect.
thank you.
But that means you also don't. The 1 point of Cthulhu Mythos means now you can never have 99% sanity anymore. You can never get to the top level of sanity. You're always going to be a little disturbed. So the more Cthulhu Mythos you get, the lower your maximum sanity comes. Okay. That's assuming you didn't have Cthulhu Mythos already. Okay. Now, in terms of the poem that is quite unique, right?
Is this the trappings of the Queen?
The Trappings of a Queen describes the dread ruler Nitocris's regal paraphernalia in quite great detail. And she had 3 items of power which she always wore: her crown, her girdle, and her necklace. Okay? A jet black circlet topped with a cut gem that to the untrained eye looks like a large diamond. It's made from a blackened metal, maybe blackened through age. Its gem, as I said, looks like a diamond. Okay. Her girdle is a narrow band of intricately linked gold chain with what appears to be a large cabochon-cut ruby marking the clasp. The ruby is particularly unusual in that it displays an asterism, a 6-pointed star, on its surface. Okay. The poem refers to it as a star stone. A long silver chain decorated with small emerald beads and a large square emerald pendant carved with the image of a black sphinx. Okay. The long silver chain, that's the
necklace.
That's the necklace. Sorry, yes.
And that has the black sphinx on it.
Yes.
Okay.
The gem on the crown, on the girdle, by the way, it does say the poem refers to the gem shifting unpredictably in both color and shape, although the engraved star is always there.
Okay.
Now, color, you know that there's certain stones that change color depending on where they're worn in the heat of your body and things like that. So the gem changing color, you don't think anything of it. But when this poem starts referring to this gem changing shape, it does, it kind of throws you off for a second. You're like, hold on, what? That makes no sense. And it's just a poem. But despite that, it's just a poem, and that realism and that rationalization, you are still left with just a feeling of being somewhat creeped and weirded out. So as I said, that takes you quite a good few hours, so you're probably the last one to leave the library, unless any of the others are staying up especially late. You'll be the last one to leave the library tonight. Valentine, when you start reading the Livre Divin, Um, you were quite relieved to find that the leather, the blue leather cover, the it seems to be just regular calf skin. It's not. It's nothing creepy. But straight away, you get the impression, you get the idea, um, that this book has some very strange things in it. There's some border illustrations that are a bit worrying. Um, there's sketches, but not done after the fact, as part of the design of the book. Sketches of broken or inverted ankhs. Um, and yeah, it seems to be a treatise on magic of some kind. Okay. Loveday, the narcotic manuscripts. It is a deep and dense tome. Okay. It's you can't even, from an initial, you're beginning to skim it, you can't even get a kind of an indication of what its subject matter really is, right? You're just kind of getting introduced to certain terminology, names, strange names. There's a little bit of a explanation at the beginning. There's a translation from the classical Greek, etc. Okay, and then Mick, you skimming Life as a God. It is a diary. The man who wrote this seems to have been insane. He some of it is incoherent. Okay. It's part of what's making it kind of hard to get through. There is one passage that I'm going to drop onto the corkboard that kind of stands out a little bit to you. But again, you're not really done. So it'll be whenever you get this to put a bit more time in. You need another evening or part of a day, and you will get deeper into this. You get more out of the book. Okay.
Okay.
The handout, the piece I'm putting is the excerpt from Life as a God. It's down under the photos of Willis Salai and Carlton Ramsey. Right now, you can move it around wherever you like on the corkboard. Let me just double check that you have permission.
We don't
nope,
at the moment.
You do not. You do now.
Can I just check above the table technical thing, Guy? If you look at the bottom of that handout, there's a slight. It looks almost like there's another handout underneath it or something. Is that just a problem with the image, or is there something? See what I'm talking about?
Then thank you for drawing attention to my genius graphic skills. That is a poor copy cut and paste job for me. That's all.
Okay, great.
That's bad trimming. No, yeah. Well spotted, though. I mean, geez, that's the kind of thing you need to be keeping an eye out for, because there might be a clue genuinely hidden behind another clue someday.
Should I read that out for people, or?
It depends if you tell them about it later. Absolutely. Maybe when you tell them about it, you read it out for people.
Grant.
Mihal, you probably will be the next to last to drift off, unless Valentine and Loveday were particularly enthralled by their books. You're trying to get through this tome in 2 nights. And as you leave, you notice that Ruby is very engaged, very intensely focused on this book that she's reading. there's occasionally just a little. Oh. Not quite whimpers, but she's just letting out little almost quiet exclamations as she reads some of these poems, and there's just the odd occasional troubled look passing over her face as she reads through this book.
Ruby, I was thinking I might head on to bed there.
Yep, no worries.
You all right?
Yeah, it's just a really intense book.
What's happening? What's the plot?
I mean, it's just a bunch of poems, really, but one of them sort of stuck out to me. It's called Trappings of a Queen.
Right.
And it just mentions 3 items of power within it. And one really is playing on my mind. It's the girdle. There's a ruby displayed on it and a 6-pointed star as well. But what's weird is that it talks about this ruby sort of shifting in colour, but also shape. Yeah, it's just played on my mind a little bit. I don't know why.
Her name is Ruby, like.
Could be. It's talking to me, Mick.
Do you know, if it said it was a Mihal that was shifting in shape and colour, I'd be.
Would that unnerve you as well? I'm not just on my own here, right?
Well, that'd be weird. But why did your parents call you Ruby? They weren't worshippers of the great god Cthulhu or anything, were they?
Honestly, you'd have to ask them. I'm not too sure myself. But yeah, how's your book going?
Fuck. Mine is like your man's mad in the head. I didn't even have to make a sanity roll. Like, it's that difficult to read. But I'm only halfway through having a quick look at it. He seems. I'm just getting the impression he seems to have, at least think that he is involved in some sort of devil worship and summoning up some sort of Satan.
There's always Satan involved, isn't there?
Yeah. I get the impression maybe he wanted to cross over or give his soul to Satan, basically. So you do come across people every now and again that think that that's the way to go about it. But this fella kept it in his diary anyway. But look, I'll finish it tomorrow. It's something I'd say I'm wrecked. Are you going to sit up on your own now, finishing that thing?
I'm going to finish it. Yeah, I'm going to stick it out.
All right. Well, don't stay up too late.
Try not to.
Hi, Bob. Quick question for you above the table. Do you have notifications turned on Discord, by the way, on your phone by any chance?
I don't. Do you want
Okay.
to?
No, because I heard a buzz after I sent you a Discord message.
Oh, sorry. No, because my phone is taped to this.
Yeah. No.
But I can't hear it buzzing because I got the headphones in. So let me just.
No, but I thought maybe it was the Discord that was buzzing at you, and that's like, oh, I better not send Bob any more Discord messages.
Well, now I have to see what it was.
Yes, you do. Please, it's an.
Sorry, I should have really.
It's a
turned
game
off
related.
The notification of the phone.
Don't worry about it.
Stop doing. Sit up straight, you wanker. Like that.
Quack. Squawk.
That would make a great short of just sit out straight, you wanker. Zero context. Just that.
Oh, it's not a reply to the message I sent you a week ago, guys.
No, it's not a reply to the message I never replied to, no. Hey, Bob, you've known me long enough. How long? Well, it was 5 years between responses to one of your text messages, I think. I went to send Bob a text message, and I went, oh, by the way.
For real? Did that actually happen?
Yeah. I was messaging you. I realized that I'd never replied to the previous message above, and I was like, oh, by the way, you said, hey, guy, just so you remember, I sent you that like 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was one of the messages you sent when you were back visiting from France. And then I was messaging you when you'd moved back. I was like, God.
Yeah. That's a.
Did you do that?
Do you know what I'm going to use? I did. I'm going to use 2 points of luck to make it a success.
Oh, you want to? Oh, you do. Oh, okay.
By the way, should I have
Yes, you should have whispered that to Keeper. Yes, that really really gives it.
Like,
this whole being secretive about this now is done because Dakara very much knows that we're rolling psychology checks about Ruby.
I did what I could.
She's lying. She's lying.
Is that it? You mean for real?
When you asked about her name, and she said you'd have to ask my parents, there was something there's something not right. There was something shifty. She was evading. Now, aren't you sad you made that public, Michal? You could have kept that quiet and under the schly, and nobody would have
I got my gun with me.
I'll just edit it out so that
And
Ruby doesn't
lied to
know,
me.
okay?
Okay. Okay. Very
Please
interesting.
don't question me on anything. Let's just move on.
No, it's not suspect. I think I already said goodnight, so.
Yeah. Michal has already headed off up the corridor, and as he does, he's kind of playing it over in his mind again and again, going, that was really weird the way she said that, the way she looked at me. Like, 1 minute she's reading the book, and the next minute I ask her a question, and she looks at me like I'm like someone coming to interrogate her.
And yet she did volunteer that information.
And she gives you.
She could have just told me the book is
Yeah,
grand.
but she also
So
then
she
she gives
started
you
going on
a
about it.
very slick little brush off. But the look when you asked that about her family and why they called her Ruby, the look she gave you was like, oh my god, why am I being interrogated? But then it went away, and she's like,
I should look. I mean, do you know, I don't know anything about her family. There could be a million reasons
be
why
anything.
somebody might behave like that
doesn't get on with her family.
and lie to me after shooting me. But I'll think about that later, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean-
you ponder that.
Yeah, you're just like lying, shooting. Like, how many things will she have to do now before I go?
Okay.
Maybe Ruby's not my best friend.
And on that, we'll say there's easy sleep. It's been a long, hard day. The weather is that kind of weather that's conducive to wanting to wrap up under your comforter, as you say in America, and get some good rest. Ruby, you finished the book, or at least your skim of the book. You do not get quite the same level of good rest when you go to bed. The poems do dwell on you as you settle down to sleep, and it takes you a while to drift off. But thankfully, no particularly bad dreams surface. And in the morning, the weather is somewhat better. There's no significant ground cover, shall we say. Seems like the sleet and hail managed to break up some of the snow. Conditions will be actually better for getting around and for driving. But say you go down, you have a quick breakfast. Erica greets you all, I won't say warmly, but cordially. Loveday, she does ask, you are still coming to my party, aren't you?
Yes, of course, wouldn't miss it for the world. Remind me how many seats I've got. I think the lawyer said there might be an extra one going.
Bradley Gray had charged you for, I seem to remember, 2, because that was as much as you could afford out of pocket, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Without having to call for funds.
Yes. Perfect.
And Erica says, well, if you've two seats, feel free. If you've paid for 2 plates, bring everyone along. I can always get. It's going to be very informal anyway. It'll be more of a buffet style, European style of moving around with your plate and taking what you like.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I was going to have to ask you which one of these lot you'd like me to bring, so that saves you a difficult choice.
Loveday is having a conversation with
Erica?
Erica about the party, they're off to one side. They're being, I'm not gonna say they're being exclusive about it or trying to exclude you guys, but they are definitely they're certainly having that conversation among themselves. So, do you guys maybe catch up over breakfast, talk about plans for the day? Because they definitely you have at least one thing on the agenda, or do you talk about the books or anything like that? You go for it.
What day is today?
It's Wednesday, the 21st of January.
Well, we have today we've organised to go to Sing Sing to visit Mr.
Yes.
At 12 noon.
Guy whose name I've forgotten.
Yeah, it's probably not a great idea if all
Hilton?
of us go down there
Hilton,
with...
that's it, Hilton Adams, thank you.
Probably not great for all of us to go down there with all these books in tow.
It's true.
I mean, I sort of feel like now that we have these in our possession, we've got to walk and we've got a target on our backs.
And we were being followed anyway, so...
We're already being followed, yes.
Well, I mean, we passed Sing Sing on our way here, so... I mean, possibly some of us could stay here and some of us could go to Sing Sing. So some people stay here with the books.
If Erica wouldn't mind. I mean, the big question we might have to ask now is, I'm not 100% sure how safe I feel down in Loveday's place. They've been trying to break in here to get these things, now that we have them. I mean, we can stash them somewhere, then we can't read them, if they're in a safety deposit box, but... I mean, I think we've been a bit lax in our own safety, to be honest with you, in terms of...
How would they know that we have the books?
Well, they know we came here.
They're following us.
They don't know that we have them, though. They could assume.
They might ask us nicely.
Seems unlikely.
Oh, we can imagine the best.
I think they'll cut us
Expect
open
the worst.
to find out.
Don't like the sound of that.
That's very visual of you, Father. Well, I am happy to go to Sing Sing to speak with Mr. Adams. If anyone would want to come with me, I think that Eric would prefer if Loveday was one of the people who stayed here.
Maybe myself and Loveday could stay. Sorry, you were saying, Florence?
I was saying that I was happy to go, so yes, that would match with your plan to stay.
I think that's a great idea.
Perfect.
You'll ask the smarter questions of Hilton Edwards than I will. Maybe I'll stay here, read a bit, and I could have a word with your man. Was it Ray? What was his name? The head of security around here. He might have some advice on how we can keep ourselves a bit safer. You know.
No, that's a good
idea.
Good idea.
How far is it to New York from here?
You are I think we said about a half-hour drive in good conditions.
This is the wild idea now, but what would you think about if we were to ask Eric Carlyle to put us up in a way? Like, I mean, we're trying to find out what happened to her brother.
I'm not sure how likely
people that are... But how would you feel about asking her? I mean, this seems like it'll be a safe place. We're trying to find out what happened to her brother. The same people that were out to get her are out to get us. You never know.
No, you could ask. She's been
Good point.
cordial, but not necessarily overjoyed by our presence.
Yours.
Above the table, another thing that you guys would think of or might consider or might think about is... Seeing as you have the one car, you could drop whoever's going to Sing Sing, and then send the chauffeur back to get them while you guys are in New York doing whatever you're doing in New York. But that doesn't gel with your plan, Mick, of talking to Erica's head bodyguard or head of security about security. So, but just
I mean, he scares me, so I don't want to talk to him.
Something I thought I'd throw out there as an option for you, because it's the kind of thing that would occur to some of your characters.
Well, I wonder if these people know where Loveday's good parents live. I assume they do. So even if we take the books back to that house, they might still try to break in. So I think Michael's idea is a good one.
Well, I feel like we need to find somewhere safe. Or somewhere where they don't know what doors to knock on to get us, you know. It doesn't have to be here, but we have to find something, I think.
If they're following us and they're going to continue to follow us, then they may figure out where we are regardless, but somewhere that we feel secure is a good
Maybe
strategy.
we could throw them off the trail for a couple of days, you know. If we're going back to New York, maybe even just rent some random place and be more wary.
Yes, it's a possibility.
Depending on how many of them are following, we could always have some kind of a decoy. So some of us lead them in one direction and the others take the books somewhere else.
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking? Do you want to speak to Erica, or would you prefer that we head back to New York?
I think maybe Loveday talks to
Yes,
Erica.
I was going to suggest that as well.
Okay, so you're going to leave Loveday to have that conversation with Erica. Some of you are going to go to Sing Sing. Mihal, you're going to stay and try and finish off your book. Ruby, were you going to stay, or were you going to head to Sing Sing with the others?
I think I'm going to keep Loveday company.
Okay.
If she'll have me. I think that's the plan.
Okay. So you and Mick are going to stay here with Loveday, and the two ladies are going to go to Sing Sing. Okay. Could I get okay. Could I get you then to decide who do you want to go first? Do you want to go? Should we run through let's run through the Sing Sing visit first. Okay. And Mihal, we'll come back and do a little bit of a run through yourself and Joe Corey. Although I think Ruby is going to be avoiding Joe Corey. Okay. Okay. So Valentine and Florence, a ladies' road trip, just the two of you. You jump in the car. Valentine, the road conditions are much more pleasant today. Everything seems better. The weather seems to have broken. It's not quite blue skies, but it's much more reasonable conditions. And you set off for Sing Sing. It's quite an old prison, Sing Sing, by American standards. It's about 100 years old at this stage. It is the third prison built in the US. You've kind of heard a little bit about it, because it's it got quite famous for a while for brutality. But it's begun to change, and apparently there's a much more a better agenda in place now. Okay. They do have what is called the death house, which is where death row inmates are kept, and they do their own executions. Okay. So you are greeted when you drive in. You're directed first to the lower corner of the prison next to the river. And once you park, you get searched at the main entrance for weaponry, as they said you would be. And obviously they find nothing. You haven't brought any weapons, one assumes. Okay. And you are then escorted down the hill and over railroad tracks to the death house. The prison guard who brings you has barely grunted a single word to you. Okay. and you're brought to the door where a a man is standing waiting, and as you walk up, he says, Valentine Bow?
Oui,
George Brunton. This other lady is with you?
oui. This is Mademoiselle Harper.
Okay, very good. He's a short, stocky guy. His salt and pepper hair. It's clipped very short at the sides, and he's wearing a three-piece suit. It's very modest, kind of not in any way extravagant. But it shows his position. He's not in a uniform like the other guards. And he gives you a little bit of a kind of look up and down. He's just want to remind you of what was discussed with you on the phone. I think it was myself who was talking to you, Miss Bow. But just to remind you, this is a place of incarceration and death. The things you might see and hear in this building are could be disturbing. Please brace yourselves. It is not something I relish bringing in those of a more sensitive constitution. But
Don't not worry about that. I lived in France during the Great War. I've seen many atrocities, so don't worry about us.
I have friends who served, and I understand what you're saying. And he brings you in and escorts you through an entrance building, then across some grounds to a cell block, where he once again keys out. Another set of gates and doors opened, brings you into the cell block, and starts bringing you down toward where you're going to have your conversation, which seems that it will be in Hilton Adams' cell. He explains to you on the way, he's you're going to have 30 minutes to speak with Mr. Adams. You may speak to him through the bars of his cell. You must not exchange any items with him. Physical contact is extremely discouraged. As we have already notified you, any risk to yourselves, your bodies, and your sense of well-being is at your own risk, if you understand. But do not, I repeat, attempt to make contact or particularly exchange any items. This is of paramount importance. Any infraction to this rule, you will be removed from the premises, pending possible incarceration yourselves.
We understand.
As you walk down the rest of the distance, you're walking past cells. Nobody's up and moving. There's no pressing barbells or doing push-ups, or you just get a sense as you go past each cell of people in the deepest, you say depression, or you say despair. Occasionally one of them will look up and stare at you as you go by, but there's a sense of absence of hope in their gaze as they watch you. You reach Hilton Adams' cell. It's cramped, just enough room for a toilet, a metal-framed bed, and a small desk and chair. There's no external window. The only natural light comes from the windows across the corridor, that face out onto the courtyard. Hilton Adams is waiting for you, seated on the edge of his bed, as near to the bars of the cell as he can. I would shake your hand, he says with a wry smile, but I don't think that would go down too well, Mr. Brunton. Brunton merely grunts a not unfriendly reply and steps back to give you a little privacy. Adams looks at you. Okay, we'll update him later, but that's who you're currently talking with. He is an African-American man, strong features and a muscular build. He appears to have lost weight while in prison. He wears a black and white striped prisoner's uniform. His short dark hair lightly peppered with grey, despite his youth. And his face is creased with lines, many of them seeming quite recent. The worry and stress seems to be aging him. I hope you don't mind. They haven't told me who you are. Just that someone's coming to see me.
Oui. Bonjour, Monsieur Adams. My name is Valentine Beau. This is my colleague Florence Harper. Rebecca
You're French.
Schulzenberg. Oui?
I spent some time.
I am not.
Oh. Very good. Okay. I spent some time in France.
Oh,
The
really?
wall.
Oh,
It was
so not for an holiday then.
it was not pleasant, but I got a good sense of the country. It seems like a nice place. It seemed worth saving anyway.
We appreciate the effort and your sacrifice.
Thank you. So you were telling me why you what you need from me.
Well, Rebecca Schulzenberg, the journalist, advised us to come and speak with you. Our close friend, a man named Jackson Elias, was recently murdered in a manner quite like those that you are accused of.
When you say quite like, what does that mean?
Well, Monsieur Elias was butchered and had a how you say, Florence, the thing on the forehead, a carving done.
Carving mark.
Me.
What kind of carving?
Above the table.
A
I've
shape-
forgotten what it looks like.
It's on the board. I
On the
was
board,
just about
okay.
to describe it. Zoom in to remind myself what it looks like. A star shape between two semicircles.
Looks almost a bit like a flower.
Looks a bit like a flower, yes.
How did you know that?
Because it was on other bodies. I was questioned quite extensively about these killings. I was also foolishly thinking I could stop them from happening.
How could you stop them from happening?
It gives you a bit of a suspicious look. Doesn't seem to doesn't seem inclined to share at this point. Given that, I mean, you've given him no real information about yourselves other than you're from France.
That's true.
It just like gives you a bit of a weird look.
My friend Valentine is, if you don't mind me saying, a journalist, and myself, I am a private investigator, and we are working together to attempt to learn and uncover who killed our friend Jackson Elias and to attempt to bring them to justice. And we are speaking to you because we believe that whoever killed our friend Jackson Elias may have been the same people who committed the murders that you are accused of. And so we thought we would speak to you.
Just to find out what's similar, or to find out if I
If
know
there's-
anything, or to see if I somehow
there's-
got out of here and did it.
That seems
We
quite
don't
unlikely.
think you did it. We think that you might know some information about who did it. You may have some
How
information
did you
that we
get in
don't
to
have.
see me? Who arranged this?
Miss Schoenberg.
So
It
she
seemed like
probably
she
got
was
Millie's
a friend of
permission
hers.
then, yeah?
I believe so. You seem to think that it was very important that we speak.
But ladies, there's only one reason Millie and Rebecca Schoenberg would think it's important that we speak. And that would be if they thought there was a chance you could uncover evidence that would exonerate me.
Well, we are working to uncover the truth, Monsieur Adams.
And if
And that can only
we
benefit
find
you.
if we find out who did this and we are able to prove who committed all of these murders, then that would exonerate you.
I do have to say, I quite appreciate that you haven't just come in here waving around promises like others might.
No, that
It's
would be of
quite
no use to anyone.
refreshing. So, I didn't like that these deaths were happening in my part of New York. Seems like disappearances have been going on for years, but people only started noticing them more recently. I only started noticing in 1919 when I got back from the war.
What do you mean by disappearances?
People were being taken, particularly in Harlem, but all over. The disappearances happen on a monthly basis, and they happen during the dark of the moon. Makes sense if you're going to abduct someone.
Well, I do know that they are abductions and not that people are leaving on their own accord.
There, some of the people had close relatives who knew that they wouldn't have just disappeared. They wouldn't have just gone. Some had appointments, but nothing we could hold up in court to say people are being kidnapped. Nothing the police would help people like us. So, but then the murders didn't seem to have any schedule. They just happened to happen. Something seemed to trigger them. The last one, for example, well, the last one was obviously your friend. The eighth one seemed to be just an opportunity to frame me.
The people who were murdered, had any of them disappeared first?
You mean were any of the bodies found and
When had they noticeably gone missing before their bodies were found?
no, not that I know. For my understanding, they never found the bodies of any of the people who just disappeared. The police have denied Robson. He said there were no disappearances. It's a fiction that I've made up. But my friends and I, we knew that these things were happening, so we started patrolling and investigating.
And what did you discover?
There's a few things. First, remember the main initiative, the main thing we were trying to do is we were trying to take advantage of our skills that we'd gained serving our country, and trying to stop more people disappearing or dying. I found a pattern, couple of patterns. None of the abductions or murders happened within a 2-block radius of West 137th Street, between Lenox Avenue and Harlem River. The only one that did was the one that saw me arrested. Beyond that area, abductions spread out in about a circle for a mile west of the Harlem River. The bodies were found more spread out, crossed over into neighboring police precincts, all over the place, convenient for making sure that nothing was tracked back or traced to Harlem.
And were all the victims from Harlem?
No. Many of the abductees were, but they went out for a mile west of Harlem. We did more digging. There was a press release. Some doctor who worked with the police said there was an African death cult. My friends and I didn't know if we wanted to take offense or dig deeper, so we went and looked, and one of my friends found something called the Cult of the Bloody Tongue in the New York Public Library. Seemed like it was related to Kenya, so the guy wasn't totally talking nonsense. There are cults. The only place I could have thought of that had anything to do with Africa in the area was the Juju House. Silas and Kwane runs it. Give me the creeps. He did end the place. I set up a surveillance. My friends and I, we switched in and out watching the Juju House, but we didn't get much time because it was pretty soon after that the police came for me. I did get a chance to follow a guy. African man, shaved head, late 30s, early 40s, strong build. He went up to a coffee shop on 139th Street and 6th Avenue called Fat and Maybell's Speakeasy. Well, the speakeasy's down below. The coffee shop is a front.
Of course.
Nobody wanted to talk about this guy. People told me I should walk away and not be involved with him, but I got a name. But it was once I got that name, I think they decided I was a threat.
Who decided that you were a threat?
Makunga Madari.
Madari.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you know Mr. Madari?
He's the guy I was following. The one I was investigating, the guy who was at the Juju house.
And did he know that you were following him?
I didn't think so. But I asked. I was trying to get information about him. I asked people about him. That's how I managed to squeeze out a name. Needham Johnson knew about me being suspicious of the Juju house, but I didn't even get a chance to tell them the others about Madari. Needham is a friend of mine. He's one of the guys. We were a group. We were a group in the war, and we got together after to try and solve this problem. They're good guys. Of course, I didn't mention them when I was being interrogated by the police. We don't have much time. Oh, sorry, say.
Would you be able to give us any contact details to be able to talk to any of your friends?
Sorry, above the table. Just give us a second. I'm being read my rights by my phone, and my camera has gone off because my phone decided.
Yeah, I was gonna wait for a.
I heard the rights. Then I was like, "What? What is happening over there?"
You've been. What's the word when somebody sends the cops to
I was being Mirandized by my own phone. Yeah.
That's so strange.
Mihal, have you gone straight back to reading the book, or do you take time out to go have a little chat with Joe first? You're killing me.
I was muted.
Okay.
Might as well have a chat with Joe. I think the book's probably not going anywhere.
Okay. So it's not hard to track him down. He is generally staying around and about Erica, and he's head of security, but he's very much her chief bodyguard, right? So he is definitely around and about. Okay. He is a huge guy, by the way, Mihal. When you actually get to talk to him in person outside of the car, he is what we would call a big lad. Okay. So tall, solid man, a Mediterranean complexion. He has an aura of threat, and he wears it like an aftershave. His wavy black hair is usually neatly swept back, but you can see every now and again as he's doing things, it tries to kind of break free and go into ringlets. He looks like his nose has been broken so many times that it doesn't have any shape of its own. And he has sharp blue eyes that hint at an intelligence belying his brutish appearance.
Right.
So you kind of gone to brace him, and he looks up as you come over.
Joe.
Yes, father.
Did you fight during the war?
No, I was busy.
Busy. Jesus, fair play to you. You're a hard-working man.
Yeah. Do you need
Joe,
something further?
I do
Any-
actually, Joe. I do.
He's very polite. He's not being in any way rude, but he's also definitely not trying to encourage a conversation, if you know what I mean.
I've heard you had a number of break-ins, Joe.
They did. Before
Oh,
I
they-
was
sorry,
head of security.
Oh, you haven't been here long. I didn't realise.
No, I was her bodyguard. Wasn't head of security.
You're moving up through the ranks.
You could say that.
Fair play to you. Fair play to you. Yeah. Well, I'll be straight up with you, Joe.
Good man.
The people, there's been some people trying to break in around here. I can understand why you have security fairly tight. And the people that have been trying to break in here, I believe, are a bit of a threat to myself and my companions as well.
I see.
So I thought while I was here, I might ask you if you knew anything about them or what's been going on.
So I would say they weren't skilled or hardened criminals. Amateurs, sloppy,
That's
enthusiastic.
facts. We bumped into a few of them, do you know, and they seemed like, well, do you know, I mean, I don't want to be impolite, but they didn't seem to really know what they were doing too much.
Reminds me of the new cartoons.
The cartoons.
You know, the drawn the pictures you get in the newspapers.
Yeah.
There's always something silly or goofy happening.
Jesus, you're doing well now. You're doing well enough if they seem goofy to you, do you know. I've seen them, they've cut quite a few people up, you know.
Oh, is that who these are? I thought he was arrested.
I know, I think there's a little more going on there now than seems to meet the eye.
Well, above my pay grade.
Come here, Joe, I might ask your advice. I have a feeling now the minute we leave this place, these people are going to be after us.
Sounds like they were already.
Yeah. We don't really have anywhere safe to go, Joe. What would you say we should do?
If you were my client,
Hmm.
hotel. Good, expensive, as expensive as you can afford. Security.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or hire bodyguards.
The likes of yourself.
Yeah, if you can find someone like me.
Yeah. Is it hard to find somebody like you, is it?
Yeah. He's not being smug. He doesn't have any kind of, ego-driven expression on his face, anything like that. He's just being matter of fact.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So a hotel, you'd say, would be the best job.
Hotel.
Yeah, as my friend was killed in a hotel recently by these people, so I'm not 100% sure. Yeah.
Must have had the wrong hotel. Like I say, pricier hotel with some security.
Right. Would the Hotel Chelsea be a good one?
Doesn't sound like one of the names I'd associate with good security.
Yeah, I was
Don't know it specifically.
That's the one he was killed in.
Ah,
Fair enough. Joe, if we wanted to hire somebody, would you be able to sort us out?
We could probably find you someone.
Yeah, I'll put it to my companions, see what they think.
Might reach out. Got contacts in New York.
Of course you do. Yeah. Listen, thanks for the chats. I'll leave you be. It's been lovely talking to you, but a lot of the conversations I instigate, I'm not sure.
Look, rather sorry. I do have things to be doing, but
no doubt.
It's a pleasure talking to you as well. You seem like a fine chap and no threat to Miss Carlyle that I can tell.
Well, that'd be the main thing, all
A
right.
good
Yeah.
thing for you.
You didn't know her brother by any chance, did you?
No, I wasn't around back then.
Right.
Psychology
Anyway, have a
check?
good- Psychology. Oh, a hard success. A hard success.
You think he was.
I think he was around back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. And what was it you said you were doing during the war when so many... You're busy, you said.
Breaking legs.
Breaking legs, man. What does that mean?
I'm being quite literal, Father.
I know, yeah. But, like, what does that mean? Who are you breaking legs for?
People what paid me.
Who paid you?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about who paid me to do anything, Father.
Oh, right. You were a bit of an enforcer. The criminal element, is it?
There's people need looking after, and there's people need taking care of.
There is. Ah, yeah.
And the ones need taking care of. I take care of them.
Jesus, it's a rough life. Yeah.
My face didn't get like this coming out of my mother.
Well, nor did mine, I have to say. Nor did nor did mine.
He looks a little irked for a moment.
I wonder why. Right. Well, I mean, you're putting your skills to good use now, anyway.
Thank you, Father.
I suppose I won't ask what happened to your face. I'll leave you alone.
It would be a long confession, Father.
Right. Well, you know where I am.
Thank you. He goes, continues about looking around, making sure things are okay, and he does. You see him go over and have a chat with one of the guys who's out patrolling. The guy glanced over at you a couple of times, gives a bit of a shrug.
Okay.
Heads off.
Well, I'll go back inside, I suppose.
Okay. Meanwhile, Loveday. Have we gonna have a catch up with Erica Carlyle?
We can certainly try.
No problemo. 21st century technology allowing, we'll have a nice 20th century conversation. Okay, so Erica had gone back around getting a few things done, day to day. It's not like she has a huge number of things to be doing. She runs a charity, so in and out of in the office, making some plans, maybe writing some checks, etc. But she is quite solicitous and wanting to impress you, so she does come back out and make sure to touch base now and then. Do you broach the question that the team have asked you to ask, or?
I'm very torn, I think, because so Loveday's psychology will be she wants to help her friends, and she can definitely see the sensible side in it because she also doesn't want her aunt and uncle to get hurt, and she assumes that's what's going to happen if they head straight home. But she also understands people like Erica Carlyle very well. And that sort of you can make small favor requests, but that is such a huge favor that could just shut down any possible line of friendship. So I'm very undecided. I think I might try and feel her out, like drop a few leading hints and see if she picks them up. And if she's clearly deliberately obtuse, then I won't chase it, because I would like to keep this open as a potential like bolt hole for us if we're really desperate in the future.
Okay. So it's about 1 p.m. at this time. You've probably all had a little bit of a light lunch. Breakfast wasn't an awful long time ago, so but you've had a little bit of a snack. And Erica actually comes to you first and says, Loveday, I made that phone call to the about the medical records.
Oh.
Yes, they are content to release them if I give permission, and I have. So you should be able to pick them up.
I can't tell you what wonderful news that is. Thank you so much for doing that for us. I only hope that we can help get you some answers in the process as well.
I'm not sure what kind of answers you think I'm desirous of.
Well, I mean, I don't want to pry, of course, but would you prefer we don't report anything back to you, or would you like to know if we do find something out? I don't want to impose on your hospitality at all, but I would like to tell you if it's information that you're after.
Again, you and your friends obliquely referred to information I might be interested in yesterday, and I deliberately didn't pick up on it. Now you're saying if there's information I'd be interested in, or information I'm after, I'll tell you bluntly, Loveday, I'm not after anything to do with Roger. I'm delighted that the whole affair is over and behind me.
Oh, I completely understand. It's a book that you've closed. I'm sure I actually think I would probably feel the same way if I were in your shoes. So I promise you, we will not breathe a word of it to you unless you come and ask. Of course, if you change your mind at any point, you can always come to us and ask. My friends, I think, will agree with me too. They're very understanding people. We're actually all a little worried about each other. I don't mind telling you, I'm a little nervous of what's going to happen to us once we leave these very well guarded walls. As you have pointed out, that there have been people after these books we've got, and I was a little frightened to know they were following us on the way here. It's somewhat scary to be headed back out into the big wide world to think what we might find.
Yes, the father did imply that last evening, talking about maybe putting the books back in the safe, which would not be preferable.
No. So you would certainly prefer to have them gone, and us too, I presume. We've imposed on your hospitality quite a long time already.
Oh, I was delighted to have you stay. It's such a nice time. I had a fine conversation last night with Miss Harper. Do you know, is she really a working woman back in the England? She seems more refined than that. More, she would fit in quite well at any of the events you and I go to. Perhaps
Yes.
not in terms of the cut or finery of her clothes and the money she spends, but she does seem very well put together.
Well, she does. I mean, I think she's smashing, and she does talk well, doesn't she? But to be honest with you, I've just assumed she's just very well educated, and I know she does work. She has a very successful PI office. She's helped me in the past. I actually had to have her look into Tommy Bradford for me just to check he was the sort of fellow I wanted to be associating with, and she did an excellent job. So I can vouch she works very hard.
Seems like such a good guy.
Well, that was, I think, the report I got. It was a little hard to tell, But yes, I think he's rather worth having. I actually wondered maybe I should go talk to him. We're going to have to find somewhere to go after we leave here because there's no chance of taking any of this trouble back to my aunt and uncle. You might know them, the Goddards.
I do.
Yes, we've
Well,
been staying with them.
not that they. I think they attend some of my charity events, but not that they'd come to any of the soirees or galas or anything like that. I think they keep themselves a little above that these days.
Well, they speak very highly of you, but I tell you, I do love them dearly, and I don't want to bring this trouble to their door. So we might have to go have a look for maybe a hotel. You don't know any good hotels, do you, that we could go sort of hole up in while we're in the midst of all of this?
Well, I absolutely do. There's some fine hotels. There is the Waldorf Astoria. My brother had his 21st birthday party there. There's the New Grand Hotel at Broadway and 31st. It's a little more down market, shall we say? Would be for me the Plaza or the Waldorf Astoria. They would be the places to go.
And which one of those would you go to if you were in my shoes?
In your shoes, Miss Llewellyn, it's an interesting question. Do you mean from a point of view of security, or from a point of view of affordability of looking after a whole group of companions?
Oh, security, of course. Affordability won't be a problem.
No, I didn't think you were. I mean, we're not all multimillionaires, but the Waldorf Astoria would be accommodating. They are very flexible for someone with the right means.
Well, that is good to know. Thank you. And please do call me Loveday. I hope that you feel also that we really are becoming friends, and it feels like we ought to call each other by our first names, if so.
Of course. As we become more familiar, I will endeavour to do so.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Miss Carlyle, for your time. It's been lovely talking to you, and thank you again for having us to
Erica,
stay.
please.
Oh, well, thank you. It really has been wonderful, and I'm very, very bowled over by your home.
Do you want to give me a psychology check, Loveday? Sorry to cut across you.
Yes.
As you're speaking to her and wrapping up, just give me a little psychology check.
Yes. Sorry, I did not have my character sheet open.
That's okay.
Oh, I have very bad psychology. Failure.
Oh, okay. Nothing to see here. So you finish off and you're thanking her, etc. And she's delightful and equally friendly. And then she says, maybe I'll see if the priest, Father O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan, yes, Mihal.
Yes, I'll see if he and Ruby would like a drink. Maybe some tea or something.
I don't suppose I could be a little cheeky and use your phone while you're doing that, could you?
Oh, of course you can. Go ahead.
Thank you. Wonderful. So I'm going to trot off to place a phone call to my father and ask for money so that I can put everybody up at the Waldorf Astoria.
Very good. Okay. I'll come back to you about that.
Yeah, thanks.
Ruby and Mihal. Mihal, you're probably getting back into your book. Ruby, you are finished with your book, so I'm not sure if you're going back over any of it, or if you're enjoying your surroundings, or
I think I'm enjoying my surroundings for now. I think I've had enough of the book.
okay. So you are having a little look around, maybe the front area, the lovely kind of almost like tropical garden room with the glass fronting. Mihal, you're sitting close by in a comfy area with your book, trying to get your brain back into it after the strange conversation with Joe Corey. Um, and Erica Carlyle comes in, and um, she's a. Would either of you like a little drink? Maybe a tipple.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Something strong or something lighter.
Oh, something light your Sunday afternoon. What about you, Ruby?
I mean, don't be shy. I'll have the more hard stuff, I think.
Oh no, I meant all of us have the hard stuff. I just meant, are we having neat whiskey, or are we having maybe a little cocktail?
You know what? I'll go a cocktail.
Oh, very
I'll
good.
have what she's
Mick?
Thank you very much,
Lovely.
Erica.
I think Loveday will be in to join us in a little while. She's just
Oh, she
going
hears
to have a
this drink
phone
going. Yeah.
Oh, she's lovely that way. She does seem to be the life and soul of a party.
For sure. She's an absolute gem, is Loveday.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So she rings a little bell. One of her maids comes in. She orders a little cocktail for herself, and the maid turns to you, and takes an order from each of you. You having a cocktail as well, Mihal? Are we going for something more?
Oh, I'll just whatever Ruby has. Even if I don't know what it is, I'll
Okay.
just follow her lead.
Going for anything exciting, Ruby, or
Um,
are we being a little
I mean,
sensible?
let's go Long Island.
Okay.
Long Island iced
Oh,
tea.
so Mihal, she's gonna have an iced tea. That's great.
Grand. It doesn't sound alcoholic at all.
So the the staff come back a little later with drinks, and Mihal, it is very alcoholic. It's a nice strong cocktail.
Yeah, that was very naive of me.
Erica Carlyle has a little chuckle over that. And so, anything interesting in the books?
Oh, Jesus. I'm not at all surprised now that your brother had to see a psychologist after reading this stuff. Mad in the head.
Troubling stuff. That's why I kind of don't want it around. It's just disturbing even to think about it.
Yeah, what about you, Ruby?
Definitely some unsettling things in the books for sure. Something to ponder.
Ruby was telling me about the poem she found. These objects. Tell her about the thing there, Ruby.
Yeah, there was a poem in there that stuck out to me about there was a crown, a girdle, and a necklace. But the interesting thing was the ruby on the girdle seemed to change colour and shape. I don't know if you've heard anything about that before. Surely it's just a poem, right?
No, I wouldn't have heard of anything like that. Although ruby isn't supposed to be a mutable gem. They're supposed to be quite consistent.
That's what
Just
I
like
thought.
you.
Oh yes, exactly like me.
A friend, consistent and secure for her companion.
Sounds very familiar.
No, I wouldn't be. But it's poetry, that one, is it?
Yeah, apparently so.
Well, it's
There's a
poetry.
few poems in there.
It's called poetic license, isn't it?
You can have a read yourself
No,
if you like,
I'm
Erica.
quite all right. I would rather not have my dreams disturbed by anything like that. That's why
Yeah.
I tried to make sure I didn't indulge in reading any of Roger's books or papers or anything like that.
You
Oh,
don't know where
you're
he got
scared of them,
from.
are you? Sorry, Mick.
That's all right.
Sorry, what
Sorry,
was
Ruby's just wondering if the books freak you out a little bit.
just their existence does.
And do you remember where Roger got them from?
Not off the top of my head, but he, especially after that woman turned up, he was continually out hawking for curios and strange tomes and things like that.
Could I maybe do a psychology check against that?
Yeah, go for it.
Extreme success on that one.
She clearly doesn't know where he got his books. Probably could have given a more direct answer, but you do pick up also that she's kind of fishing. She's just trying to pick up and maybe get some sense of something from you two. And it's just now in this conversation. It wasn't earlier. It seems like something has just piqued her interest or something. And now she seems to be curious and looking for a bit of a fishing expedition.
I was chatting to your friend, your head of security there for a while. He's a fierce fella.
Joe.
Joe, yeah.
Oh, he's a stalwart. Yes.
He's a
Been
stalwart. What
with
happened to
us
his
for a
face?
very long time. I mean, he's not Jack Brady, but I think he's.
Oh, is that what, he would have been Jack's replacement, would he? Was Jack head of security?
No.
I thought he was just a
Jack,
friend.
Jack was a friend and confidant and
Yeah.
thug along with my brother. No, I just mean Jack had a particular set of skills, a little more intense, shall we say, than Joe.
He was more intense. Well, Joe's fairly intense, I have to say now, to be honest with you.
He's a little
Jack-
pussycat. Don't worry.
Well, not with me, he wasn't. How long has he worked for you?
Oh, years now. Yes, many years. I think my father brought him in when he was a young chap out on the streets of
don't
New
say.
York.
Wild. That's very, very interesting to know. That's just wild now. Oh, yeah. Why would you call your brother a thug, though?
No, Jack was.
Oh, it was Jack was the thug. You said like your brother, you know.
No.
That reminds me, I meant to ask you, Erica. You alluded to a very interesting story there. You said something happened in California. You said, what was it now, Ruby? What was it? It was the brother got in trouble. No, Jack got in trouble, and Roger saved him. Wasn't that it in California?
Yes. I don't think we need to go into too much details, rake over a dead man's past.
All right, I'm so sorry. No, that was where the conversation led me. I didn't mean to step on your toes there.
No, we don't mean to pry.
What is it you trying to accomplish with all this? The questions and the digging and the looking into Roger and his friends and companions.
Well, we're hoping to stop a large series of murders from going any further, to be frank with you.
That's it.
We just want justice for Jackson, Elias, and yeah, if we can help others in the process, that's a bonus, right?
Yes. No, that's very commendable.
That's us.
You're not
What
sure if
other
she
motives-
believes you.
What other motives could there be?
I don't know. Loveday seemed to refer a few times now to something that I might be interested in or information I might want out of this whole affair. And I'm just...
Well,
intrigued.
here's the thing there now about that is that every time we bring up your brother, you change the subject. So we're sort of, as a courtesy to you, we're sort of skirting around that sort of thing. I mean, if you want to talk about it, we can of course talk about it.
No, but she seems to imply there's something I might want to know, as if she knows something or you know something or. Anyway, no. Look, my brother and I didn't get on so fabulously when he was alive, and his death brought an awful lot of difficulty and to use a modern sounding euphemism, trauma to my life that I didn't need. So I would be happy not to have any further reminders or remembrances or any other little curios or hints or disgusting tomes with who knows what kind of cover.
And do you think
No,
these
that's
people
totally
will leave you
understandable.
alone? Do you think they'll leave you alone now if we take the books away?
Well, I would hope so.
We heard a rumour about Jack Brady a while ago, didn't we, Ruby?
We did.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it's not going to be salacious gossip. I think.
Not salacious at all. No. There was simply a rumour that even after the massacre that he'd been spotted. If you can believe that.
Well, that would be nonsense, obviously, because one of the key points of a massacre is that the people don't get spotted afterwards.
Of course. And was he badly mutilated when you saw him? When you saw the body?
You know, I would really rather not discuss that.
Sorry, that was a bit blunt.
Yes,
That was very straight to the point there.
it is bordering on offensive, if you don't mind me saying so, Father.
It was.
I know. As a priest, you probably ask the probing questions in confession. But,
no, it's more about, I suppose,
moment for it.
Death becomes a little bit, by the by for a priest. I was simply alluding to the fact that I don't believe anybody saw his body.
Well, I'm sure somebody did.
Could we try and charm her? Or could I try and charm her to
go
tell
for
us
it.
about this?
Go, tell me what you're asking and
Someone
how
better.
how you're coming to it, and then give me a charm.
I guess we just go down the we're all friends here route, and if anybody saw Jack after the fact, then I feel like this is something that we should be investigating, and maybe there's something in it for her, maybe there's money involved, I don't know.
Okay. Do you want to give me that charm? Yep. Oh, good.
I got a success. So Erica, we're all friends here, right? Hey, have another drink. Should we get another cocktail? Another round of cocktails, anybody?
Of course. She gets another round of cocktails sent out. We are. But in regards to friends, I don't think friends pry too deeply into one another's painful past.
I mean, the last thing that I'd want to do is upset you. That is not my intentions in the slightest.
Oh, that's good. I'm delighted to hear it.
And then above the table, we just get her really, really drunk. And hopefully she just spills the beans.
Could you both give me psychology checks, please?
A hard success on that one.
Not me.
Okay. Okay. She did not seem to like the implication that anybody was alive from his party. And it wasn't they don't believe me, or they're asking difficult questions. It was, She doesn't want to think he's alive.
Because she doesn't like him?
You're getting the sense she had no time for her brother and
Yeah.
probably thinks life is better without him, and
His friends are
yeah.
like...
So any kind of inference or questioning or along the lines of is he still alive or might he still be alive, is probably going to come to a pretty sticky halt.
Okay. Yes, there goes that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But she definitely were charming, and yeah, she'll definitely drink with you, and she's enjoying your company, particularly yours, Ruby. Michal, she seems a little more wary.
Yeah,
No, not.
that's fair.
It's not like even you're rubbing up the wrong way or anything. She just seems a little wary. Like you've got questions that she wants to avoid, basically. And you get her somewhat soused, and at some point the others will probably come and pick you up. So it might be time to switch back to Sing Sing, where the ladies can remind me what we were discussing with good old Hilton Adams.
So we just got to Madari.
That's right.
Oui.
Was there anything after Madari? Madari was the last bit in my notes.
He mentioned Needham Johnson.
Yep. He said he
Oh, yes,
he
yes,
hadn't
actually,
mentioned
yes.
Madari to his friends. Needham Johnson knew about Juju House, but he hadn't mentioned Madari to any of them.
Okay, I'll write that
Oh,
down
yes,
then.
I think I had asked, like, if we would be able to contact Nadari, but I don't think we'd had the rest of that.
Oh,
discussion.
you were asking him if you'd be able to contact Madari.
Yeah, you were asking for
Yeah.
like contact details about his friends.
Oh, wait, no, not Nadari.
Needham Johnson.
Needham Johnson. Sorry, I was asking about his friends.
Okay. Okay, give me
Just
a
in
sec.
case that was a lead we ever wanted to follow up on, but we've got
Yeah.
quite enough people to go talking to.
Yeah, Millie can get you the details. It's Needham Johnson, Douglas Fells, Art Mills, Jackie Wallace. They're usually at Teddy's saloon. They like to have a good chat after work.
And you mentioned that you think that Derry was responsible for you being set up. What gave you that impression? Why not anybody else?
There was no reaction or response to any of my patrols, investigation, anything like that. It was only when I followed this Madari chap and started asking questions and trying to find out about him and got his name. That was the moment it all went wrong. And the police came for me. So within 24 hours, maybe.
And what evidence did they have about you?
Well, it's me, my description, the type of person I am, my military background, and also the knife. It wasn't my knife that was used. I'm not stupid enough to take my bolo with me on patrol. I used to carry a revolver. And at that point, even though he's kind of given a little cough a couple of times already, the subwarden, George Brunton, steps forward and says, I'm afraid I do have to say your time is up.
Are you sure we cannot stay a few minutes longer?
Well, listen, it wasn't my wife. It was my knife. It wasn't my knife. No, your time is up. You gotta go. I'm afraid. You've had your 30 minutes. And he kind of looks up and down the row of cells. I can't see break the rules. Not for one person or many people.
All right. But can I ask one more question?
Well, no, your time is up.
Can I try and charm him?
You could try if you want.
Say.
You could fast talk him. You won't be able to persuade him because that would take time. You could quickly fast talk him, or you could try and charm him.
I'll fast talk him. I have a good fast talk.
Cool.
Haha.
Yeah.
It's a
Hard success.
hard success.
Hard success.
30 under 75. Okay. Okay, calm down. Go on, one more question.
Okay. If it wasn't your knife, Monsieur Adams, where did it come from?
When you say where did it come from, my knife was taken when they searched my rooms.
So they took your knife and put another one in its
No,
place,
they
or
took my knife, and that was the knife that was covered with blood and presented at the trial. But they took it.
whose blood was it?
They took it when they arrested me. Now, whose blood? I assume they did blood tests. I didn't follow perfectly everything that went on at the trial. Assumably, it was at least a similar blood to the victim.
You must realise how that sounds, Monsieur Adams.
What? That I'm acknowledging that it was my bolo. Why would I deny it if it's true?
This is a good point. Florence, do you have any last questions before we get all
Quick
that?
question for you guys, players. Do you think your characters know what a bolo is?
I feel like within PI work, I mean, I don't know what it is, but I feel like within PI work, Florence might.
Bolo, I keep thinking it's like...
Be on the lookout.
Is it a type of knife?
Be on the lookout, yeah. But it's not.
No, it's a type of infantry knife. I'll say
Okay.
Florence might. It's a similar kind. Conceptually, it's similar to the Gurkha knife issued to Gurkha troops, British Army troops. It's a particular type of knife used by American infantry. It is similar, Florence, in size and shape to an African knife, like the one that was thrown at your. Sorry, no, not the one. Like the one that they were wielding, not the one they threw. The pengu, the kind of slightly curved, nasty African knife. So okay, I'm gonna have to ask you to go now. That's it. You got your answer.
Well, thank you for your time.
Well, I'll bring you out. Come on. Don't be
Monsieur Adams.
talking to him anymore. Come on. You had your time. This way, ladies.
Right.
He seems somewhat sympathetic. He's I mean he's not jumping up and down and trying to be your friend, this warden. But I mean, he gave you a bit of extra time, and he's you know. Do you try and chat to him on the way out, or are you gonna leave him be?
Have a little chat. How long more will Hilton Adams be on death row?
Could be any day now.
So what's the deciding factor on when?
It's the order of who's ready to be executed, who's got appeals pending. When old Sparky is due to be fired up.
Call your death machine old Sparky.
Death machine. It's the electric chair, ma'am.
It's an accurate description, I think.
It does. It sparks. You really think the guy is innocent?
We do.
I think there's
Yeah,
a lot of what he was convicted on was circumstantial evidence.
And you're trying to find it out? You're trying to prove he's innocent?
We're trying to discover
Wonderful.
the truth.
The truth.
What's true and what's not don't concern me too much, but I will say to you this.
They probably should.
No, I got a job. I will say to you this. If you're looking to exonerate him, you want to do it soon, because when his time's up, when his number comes, I will be there. We will punch his ticket. So, if you're intent on saving this guy's life, if you really think he's innocent, I wouldn't rest on it too long.
And what
Yes,
would we
thank you for
need
that advice.
to stay his execution?
There's been a couple of stays already due to appeals. There's nothing that's going to stay his execution. The only thing is going to be exoneration.
But to what level of
Police-
exoneration does
the
the
police,
the judge?
police, the governor, or the district attorney needs to be satisfied that there's enough evidence that he is innocent. And usually, in these circumstances, the only way to do that is that somebody else is found to be guilty. That is somewhat unlikely, seeing as he was found guilty by a jury of his peers.
I wouldn't be so sure. Yeah, I appreciate your candor in this
Thank
matter.
Look, if he is innocent, he's a well-spoken guy. He's courteous. Treats the guards and myself and the warden with respect. If he's innocent, I wouldn't want to see him die wrongly, you know?
I understand.
We don't want him to die either if
Just-
he's innocent.
Bear in mind, I won't hesitate to pull the lever when it needs to be pulled.
I understand. You have a job to
We
do.
understand.
Well, ladies, that's the end of your wonderful visit to our institution. Here's any of your belongings that were taken will be available at the desk there, and I'll bid you farewell.
Au revoir.
And he heads back in. It's strange as you pick up your things and you step out. There's a bit of a momentary feeling of lightness, as if a burden is lifted from your shoulders. A sense of constraint or claustrophobia is just stripped away. So it's odd because it's not like you were imprisoned. You were visiting. but definitely it's a very different texture and smell to the air even outside than there is inside to Sing Sing. Do you head back to your car? Do you go on to somewhere else, or are you going straight back to Eric and Carlyle to collect the group?
Should we head back, Florence?
I think we should head back, regroup, decide what to do next.
Right.
You get into the car. You pull out of Sing Sing. As you do, car pulls up in front of you. It's come out of another part of the car park, and it just cuts in front of you and stops right at your front wheel almost. Two guys in plain clothes get out and come over to you.
And I will reverse rapidly.
Okay.
Can I do that?
You walk over towards you to tap on the window, and you just reverse away. They look kind of shocked. One of them, his hand goes to here reflexively, and then he stops himself. And they turn and run back toward the car. What do you do? Like, they're in the road. You're gonna have to go off road if you want to get around them. So when I say road, I mean like there's a almost like a driveway that goes to the main gates to leave Sing Sing, and there's a car park off to one side, and the car park you came from, you're down by the death house there, the kind of more front public facing car park, and they just cut onto that exit road right in front of you. So if you're gonna reverse backwards, you could be going back to a car park. You could go back and appeal to the security guards and say, look, we need help.
Is there a way to go around that car?
The car is between you and the gate. You could go off the road. Like, it's kind of probably scrubby grass and dirt. But you're gonna have to stop at the gate. I mean, it's a prison.
Yeah. So the gate is locked, and
there's people you need to talk to, and they get open and lock the gate for you, etc. Yeah. So you back away. You gotta look
going back
left, right.
Or going for.
What do you do? So, sorry, Morven, what were you saying?
Oh, just that I think it seems like we have two options of going back to the prison, or
it's a moment of urgency. Go on in character.
People.
You talk to Loveday.
Or
go. Oh, sorry, Valentine. Go.
Oh, Florence, we were going to get stuck at the gate if we drive around these crazy people, or we go back into the prison. What do you think?
Well, there's the people of authority. You're sort of behind the wheel. I mean,
they are now jumping back in the car.
Plain clothes.
They're gaining on us.
Are you still reversing away down the lane, or have you stopped?
I've kind of kind of stopped a little bit. And just revving
reverse
the engine
back a bit, got the gunning the engine, ready to go. They've jumped in the car, and they start edging towards you. They're not like running, coming at you. They're just kind of edging gradually down towards you.
We don't have guns, but they've got plain clothes on. Did we see them? Did we see their faces? Yeah. Are they the cultists?
They're not
or
the cultists.
Do we recognize them? Not the
they're
cultists.
also not dressed similarly. They had like not shabby, but low cost 3-piece suits, like kind of light midweight tweed suits, kind of white collar shirts, but reasonably hard wearing. They're not wearing like expensive clothes, but they're not wearing like the shabby kind of clothes that the cultists were wearing either.
Maybe plainclothes police officers. Maybe it's Robson's people.
Cars rolling toward you, gradually getting closer.
You've got the wheel. Farewell! You're the one who needs to make the quick decisions.
No, right? Just okay. So hang on, I'm still trying to figure out what the road looks like. So there's a long road up towards the gate, but then we're going to get stuck at the gate.
There's a little roadway up toward the gate. There's another smaller road that joins it from the right hand side with a different car park. And then at the end of this roadway you're on, a little after that intersection, there is a large metal gate with chain link wire over it and security guards. There is not a pillar box or anything before it. There's no barrier before it or anything. It's just a gate. It's the exit gate.
So how were we meant to get out in the first place?
You drive up to this gate and people will open the gate and unlock it and open it for you. Like you did on the way in.
And they're already there. Okay. Do I just wait for these guys to creep up beside us and then floor it to the gate? That seems like our best option. I mean, they're already in the prison, so...
And the car kind of pulls up and tries to get nose to nose with you.
No, gonna attempt to drive around it. Do I need to roll?
I'd give me a drive check. Yeah, you're gonna try and swerve around it off the road, and then peel off to the gate. Is it or back to the prison?
Oh no! Hang on, how much I fail by? Oh, I'm going to use luck on that.
No, you can burn some of that luck. You don't have much, do you? Okay, so you're spending 1 to get a success, or are you spending 25 to get a hard success? No, 20. Yeah, 25 to get a hard success.
I think regular success might do me.
Okay.
Maybe.
Sure, that's fine. Or you could push the roll if you prefer to save the luck.
What does that mean?
When you push the roll, remember it's you say what you're doing differently, and you roll again, and if you fail, something bad can happen.
Probably flip the car
It's
over.
risky.
Yeah.
It's risky. I'd say just spend luck.
So you just spend some luck, spend a point of luck.
Yeah.
Yes, you successfully kind of wrench the wheel over, gun the car, slide kind of around them. This is not like race driving maneuvering you're doing here. You're just about getting this right, and you just peel off up toward the gate. Screech to a halt at the gate.
Hello.
The guy's walked out of his little hut and he's got the keys, big ring and keys in his hand. He's giving you a really strange look. And he stops and turns and goes back over and he picks up a handset and starts tapping on it.
Oh no.
It's like,
why are they talking to people?
Someone's just driven up really fast the gate. I mean, are they supposed to be leaving? You can see he's ringing someone to check. And meanwhile, behind you, you hear... the car
we're not getting away.
You're making it very late for lunch. Please open the gate.
He's on for about 10 seconds. So by the time he turns and he gives you a nod and a shrug and starts going over toward and now he's looking at the car very suspiciously. That's kind of just screeched up beside you, and the two guys hop out again. Miss Bo, open your window.
Pourquoi? I don't know you.
He sticks a police badge up against the side window.
Yeah, okay, well I was
For
right.
God's sake.
It's going to be Robson's people, they're going to arrest us.
And
for what?
we'll see you next week.
Well,
yeah.
So we'll find out
We're
next
going to get
week whether or not
arrested.
you're
We did
getting
nothing
arrested
wrong and
or-
we're going to get arrested.
Are you ever
We're
getting
going to get
out of
arrested for
Sing Sing?
visiting a prison.
but if I'm off next week, how are we going to do that?
Oh, that'd be
You'll be in
terrible.
jail.
Excellent question!
Morven will have
That
to
was
wing
really
it.
entertaining. That's very entertaining. But he did give it away. He did say two
I know, the
plainclothes
minute I
guys
say
get out of the
plainclothes,
car.
I-
Like he told you they were cops. Probably shouldn't have.
No,
but he told
I
you.
totally fluffed that.
But also, I think even if you hadn't, we would have clocked
you'd
it
have
anyway
figured they
because
might
it's
be
just
cops.
that it's
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
after us who is not the cultists.
Yeah,
It's
probably the
it's-
And
police.
also,
cops.
Florence
It's
Florence
Robson's.
knows that they're using standard police surveillance and shattering
Yeah.
tactics. And,
Yeah, we already know that
You-
it's...
you
it's-
figured it
Oh, so you just told us that those are the guys who followed us to the estate, were they?
Anyway, so yeah, thank you. That was great. I quite enjoyed some of that. And tech issues aside, I think everything went really well. You guys are definitely making progress. But it's gonna be interesting to see where it goes next week with this. Do you ever get out of Sing Sing question? And Mihal and Ruby are gonna have to keep drinking until you get there. So it's a hard
It's gonna be
life.
fine.
Anyway, thanks so much, everyone.
We should start reading
And,
those books while drunk.
Oh, I'd unlock something.
thank you to everyone who watched this episode as well, and all the other episodes so far. Hope you didn't just jump in at this one. Definitely would be confusing. Go back, pop back at least a few episodes, if not to the start, and catch up. There's also years more fun to come, so go ahead and subscribe. And with that, we'll see you next week.